here. Start, thanks, humor. Okay, let's go back quickly for the recording. This is updating is painful. Hi everyone. So we're gonna see environment as code. That's the very focus. How we can code one of the layers of the environment from the data science workflow. And yes, this is the very focus. Learning objective, I already told that, but since I forget the typing start in the chat, we need to redo it. Listing the 3 layers, understanding which one at least the data scientist should manage, starting using a ROV or BOM for the package environment. We're going to discuss that, and when we should go a bit deeper in the layers environment. Here in the recap of the 5 tenets of DevOps, I think it's important. It's keep moving to try to automate that. I tried and I kind of failed for now. So maybe we can do that together. Because like we're gonna see that later. We're gonna depend a lot on the book on rlib and GitHub Action to automate servers from GitHub runners. We're going to see that later. I should mention also like we're going to see Dockers later. So Dockers will just be mentioned here and see later. That's a question. I keep like it's maybe if I stop moving that, it will stop refreshing my my environment. I don't know. That's a good question. Who have managed package environment in R or Python before? And what do you guys think about this level of managing package in environments? If someone wants to go. If no one wants to go, I can give my. So before I was a pain in Python. You had to use just pip to manage pip. You needed to install a shell script. Then you needed to valve into it. That was not working all the times. I think UV is great. I have used it like just before, and it's done everything correctly. You still manage it with VAMV, VAMV. I don't know how you pronounce that. I think it's in R. The only way to manage that was with RAMV, and RAMV can have like I feel a lot of hard work in some way. And a lot of time in our project, I think I manage with just having a clear session info. I don't know if you know what session info is. Maybe here, you see my session? I mean my shell. Yeah. So if I run R, you can just have an R session that's gonna list the attached package, the loaded package. See, for example, I have BSPM that's loaded because I want to install package from binary format. And it's basically list like what my version is, on what I'm running. This is like the mat library, and others like what's my local R. You probably have different locales, depending where you are, time zone, etc., etc. So if you load more package, if I do library, let's say deployers, well, it does not matter if I quote it, but that's fine. And if I do again session info, now I have way more information. See, deployer is loaded. You have the version of it, and you also like have what's loaded via namespace from deployers. So deployers loaded like tidy select, CLI, migrate R, vectors, rlong, all the stuff like that. So I will say like one way, the easiest way of reproducibility and is like if you do a script, just copy paste the session somewhere and comment it. This is low effort. It's gonna be very difficult for people behind like, oh shoot, I need Erlang, so I need to install the specific package. All of that can be done, but it's take times. that's when like we're gonna see that letters like the log file from RAM kind of automate that. Is it good? Question? Shall I move on? Let's kill that session. Yeah. Okay. Does someone want to add something? No, I guess we go.
Like I usually use Conda and but the thing is I don't do code, like I don't push code to production now, and like I don't have to share, like what I share are my figures, so actually no one cares if I have a different environment, like as long as I can run them. And I know that's wrong, like I know that I shouldn't be doing that, but yeah, I think that sometimes when you're doing code for research and your final output is not a software product, or like yeah, your final output will be a paper or a research article, it's hard to focus on this. We should be doing it, but it's not usually done. And also when you don't work in like in groups, like when you're just like coding the entire project by yourself and you don't have there's no one to share your environment, so it's like, well, I don't think I'll care that much.
Yeah, if you look in the Slack, we had a discussion around Conda. I kind of
Yes.
wanted to mention it and I didn't did it because I mean, I just like I not accustomed to use it that much. I know people use it successfully. For me, the trouble I have with Conda is like it's used like if you look at the three layers, basically Conda manage the package layers and the system layers of environment together,
Yeah.
which tend to be harder for me to debug. But that's mostly, I think, a me problem. So I think if you manage Conda well, it's probably gonna work. Also, like people are complaining a bit on the R side of what I have seen. I don't know how much it is true. That's not all the stuff from R are available to Conda. So, but this is
Yes.
something.
Yeah,
But
yes. Yeah, I think that now that yeah, I now I have some Quarto notebook that use both Python and R, and that part is painful. So yeah.
yeah. So uh,
I'm just gonna think like the one thing like about applying some of these best practices if you're a solo practitioner is thinking about yourself like a couple years down the road. It's and also and another thing is just like thinking about package dependencies and stuff too. That can also if you can't I so I think that's where it's useful to set up a virtual environment or use RN. You don't always have to get too deep into it if you're just thinking about yourself and in a small research environment, but do things so that other people can, if they need to, reproduce it, or at least have a strong chance at doing it. It's different when you work in a production environment, so then you get to get into we use Docker and then virtual environments and Jenkins. We got to spin everything up and keep everything consistent.
yeah,
It's different levels of work have different requirements, I guess.
I think one part of it is also if you work on team or alone. If you work on team, like there's value setting up everyone on the same infrastructures. Then if you work alone, sure, maybe like you have a package dependency you need to fix, you can do that easily. But when like you work with five people and every one of these five people need to fix the dependency, like the level of how can I say that? The level of five people fixing stuff increase exponentially. It's just not linear. Like it's so that's where also like where like fixing your environments, at least at the package level, really help if you work with multiple people. And especially like if you work with a team that's let's say like use Mac OS, some of them use Windows, like the hardware stuff can already be painful, but if you have also like other issue at the system and the package level, it's become difficult. So let's review. Like the package level is like the level layers is like what package are you installed? If I go back to my session info, like they are here. If I go to the system, this is the dependency, like some package rely. One good example here is the share object, the share library from BLAS. This is a system dependency that's usually managed by R. And you can have an hardware here, like this is my hardware is here, this platform I'm running on. But that's why session info is really nice, because like at least it lists everything. I mean, nearly everything. But let's say like if I load, for example, like library SF is a special package that it's linked. It tell you when it's pop up what it's linked as a C behind C library. But if I do session info here, so this is what's attached. Like this is not like you don't have like what's other like stuff you depend on. And my GEOS 3.12 is installed on my I use that library a lot, GEOS and GDAL. I have these two libraries a lot for other software. So I install it and then R target it when it's installed itself. So this is at the system environments. And if I do not share that, it can be problematic. But anyway, and the hardware is like you can run into a Raspberry Pi or something like that, but it's usually less of our focus, I guess. But it was a bit of pain when Mac introduced the M1 chip, because like some of the library were not available behind. Yes, I don't use too much Windows, so I'm not familiar with R tools, but I understand that people I mean, this. I will not go too much into that meme. This is interesting. So usually what you can do at the beginning of your script, you can have like this small logic, like if dplyers is not installed into the install package, install it. You can also simplify that by require, I think. It's another function that's gonna do the same. People don't like that too much. I will say like it's better than just having library dplyers, but it's still not good. Why not? As long as there is no breaking change dplyr, you're probably fine. But if dplyers start to deprecate some function, how will you know which version you are using? And basically like what you are doing is like dplyers is going to be installed depending on the setup of your session in some places. So for example, me, oops, sorry, here, I have like a messy setup. If I look where my library are installed, they are in my home directory. They are in the users full all user library from local, and then the specific users. So there are a lot of different paths where the library can be. And I have no idea where, for example, it's gonna be. But you're gonna install dplyr somewhere, and it can impact other projects. Yes, and you should specify the version of it. So if you have very few projects, I guess it's fine, but more you multiply project, more it can be a pain. So for example, myself right now, I'm gonna do ls inside of document, and I don't have much right now.
Oliver,
It's probably a better function, but I'm stupid. I never remember the one.
Oliver,
See,
sorry,
I have all of that.
can I ask, like, how did you end up with 4 different paths for your leap paths?
Sure. You can add them first. I don't
Okay.
remember where it's done. We can like
But what will be the use case, like, to add them? Like, why do you need
okay.
4 different?
So I'm using Ubuntu. This is like, have you seen somewhere here? This is my operating system. In Ubuntu, it uses the Debian package managers, dbkg. And with dpkg, there's like R2U. R2U. That's provide binary from Ubuntu. But it's provided by the apt managers, which is layers on dpkg. We're gonna go deep into like the the rabbit hole. That's basically allow you to install like a package from your package management of operating system. As shown here, like do we see it somewhere? Like see it basically like so this project build the binary. So when you want to install on our package from Linux before, or you need to build it from source. So download the package, build it for source, and install it. And here, like right now, it's download directly the binary. So it's faster and you don't need to build a lot. But sometimes you still want to build from, so that's why sometimes I build from, I use this package manager. I mean, I use this project that used the apt tool to build, and because it's apt, if I need some C library dependency, it's gonna manage it for me. So R2U in Ubuntu is managing, where is it? It's managing for me a bit of the system and the package layers at the same times. But that's not guarantee for all the operating system, just because this project exists. Even if you download the binary, I mean, usually the binary of an R project on an R package will have like the C dependency, etc. packaged with, but it's not necessarily all the case. Normally, if you download from kernel, it will be. Okay. So this is why. So sometimes I build stuff from source. And when you build stuff for source, this is the one that appear here on my path. And when you build on our package, you can even specify specific paths. I know some people, for example, when they start a project, create a path somewhere in the project where they're going to build everything from here. So you can use lib path. Lib path, will it works? Lib path, this one. You can specify a location, and when you build it, you can your package, install your package. Can I have a link to that here or not? No, I should probably install package. Package is lib the correct version? Yeah, you can specify the library directory where you want to install it. And I think basically what Swarm does is playing with that. But you can do manually, but that's the pain point. I mean, that could be a pain point.
Yeah,
Some people
like that way you are actually like you are making sure that all of your projects have different and like independent independent environments, although they're not, I mean, they are environments, but not exactly environment, like the independent paths. But then you end up with multiple copies of the packages in multiple places, right?
yeah,
If you do that, like if you specify a lib path for each project, like you make sure that they're independent, but you also end up with copies of the packages in different yes, in
Yep.
different folders in your computer.
That's a great point. That's a trade-off between memory, spending memory to have the package versus like having a specific environment for the package, yes. And like if I go back to this, here like this blast is a share object. So maybe blast is gonna be like share with other stuff, and this is just a pointer to the place where like the binary of blast is. Which is like a better way, a more efficient way, storing pointers to the project. I don't know exactly if Ramp does that. I don't think so. I think it just download the package instead of storing pointers to a package already installed by Humor. But yes, the people people that build stuff correctly do that. Right now, we are not doing that. We are just installing new package, even if you have 10 time deployers on your computers. But yeah, it's very good points. So yes, more you have projects, more like obviously you can have multiple version of it. And this is specifically case in Python sometimes. I don't think it's that the case right now where like some dependency requires some version, whether some other require another version, and then you cannot just have only one. So you need to pick. I should say also that one way to avoid the mess is also having less dependency. Sometimes if you can just remove some, why not? Why can't we have multiple versions of the same package? Technically we can't, it just need to be in different paths. I think we have seen that. And this is what virtual environment does. It basically creates a specific library, and all go by the top, if I remember correctly. So first, where's my libpath? Control A. No. Oh, it's it's the function. It's go or line one, then it does not founding or line two, etc., etc. So usually I think we can I can try that later, but yeah. So we can have multiple package in various library. So for that you can use ROM. And we can see that later. And basically what ROM does, it creates a file that's called a RAM block. Let's go in GitHub. I think I pushed it quickly like to that one recently. If I go to the book club, no Revlock. What's happened? Well, appear that it does not have. I am surprised. Usually they add. Okay, but it used, oh yeah, because it's used the package framework. Okay, that's also another way of doing it. Let's go back to the Zoom meeting. How can I? No. Here. I think I want to spend some time trying it, and we're gonna see how to do that. So the Revlock, we have an example. Python is a bit different. We can see that later. It's gonna build like you're gonna need to activate it. And sharing the environment. Node, you have your log file. You can share the log file, and RAM is gonna be able to install it. If you are on RStudio, it's a bit more integrated. I'm not really a lot of time on RStudio, so I need to use another workflow that we're gonna try to implement. Python is called a requirement text. Not this one. My VS Code so slow. Uh, pu- 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 pu. So here I have started to do it and I have a requirement text that's listed a bunch of stuff that I don't even know why we need all of that, but this is here. So we're gonna see that later. Go back to sharing the environments. So this was the conda discussion we have. I have no big opinion on that. I think it's mostly like someone issue than a general problem. So, and yeah.
And like just to add like something into the conda discussion, like you know that Anaconda is actually like it's a private thing. It's a company. So now like for us at the institute, we're like we shouldn't be using Anaconda. So we should only use like the open side of Conda, and we're using Forge and Mini Forge to set up the environments. But many of those packages like they will still point to some anaconda.org urls. So at the institute our firework it's blocking like the entrance to anaconda.org, so they had to set up like a bridge to be able to hit those anaconda.org URLs. So it like at least it was something that we just needed to set up the firewall, and it wasn't that bad. But like it's still a mess. You're trying to use open source that at the end it ends up not being actually like completely open source. And I mean, yes, it's a mess.
Yeah, it's a good point. And especially like there's a lot of it's private. I know people like are trying to. I think there is some project to mimic it in an open source version of it, but it's a good point. Like some security issue are blocking it. Also because like I mean, installing system library stuff can be way more dangerous than installing some R package. Well, R package can be dangerous too, but and Python library too. Just like there's very few people that bother to. I mean, our users are not that many, so attacking them is not that interesting. While Anaconda is a big target. I mean, it's a big pool to target a lot of people. So I understand like the
Did we lose Olivier?
I
Okay.
think we did. Yeah. Let's
Sorry, maybe kind of like double clicking on the Conda thing. I'm an R user, not a Python user, at least yet. Is Conda like a product of Anaconda? And I guess the
yes.
repository behind it is also kind of okay, I get it now. All right.
Yes. And
oops. Sorry, I'm back. Was a battery issue. Anyway, we were yes, restart everything, please. We probably need to a controller, please. Can I have see something? We'll see. Just regenerate the slide. Sorry about that. Yes, I have also here, like while we do that, I have started to implement The exercise. No, I don't want that. Thanks for asking. Still no. It's not because I have a make file that I want C++. Okay, so we close that. Close that. So I started like doing the exercise. I don't know if you have started doing it, but close everything.
Yes, I started doing them, and I also like I noticed that the requirements, that the package list was very small, and then when you actually want to build the quarto notebook, you need to install Jupyter, and then like the requirements go like to the roof. Like the list, the number of packages you need go to the roof.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, I was like, whoa, but let's go back to is it running? Yeah, sure. Oh, it's open it here. Yeah. Zoom, what are you telling me? So slow. Okay, let's go back. And sharing the environment, like usually I should have mentioned that, but if I put that here, the requirement text is committed to Git. So you have it, you are sharing it through the repo. So unlike like if you go into my Git ignores, I have a bunch of stuff that have been removed, basically all the .file, specific stuff from Quarto, specific data stuff that I create. Valve is, but for now it's not even and yeah, Valve is kind of weird because like it shouldn't be like I don't know why it's here. But yeah, it should be removed. So, but basically like the requirement text and the new UV stuff, the project thermal is from UV. It's also committed to GitHub. So when someone downloads the project, it has all the information available. Let's go back to the
And in your Git ignore, do you have to add the .bemp? Cause yeah, right.
the Git ignore should have the .env. We can look at that because like the .venv is crazy, It's basically have like the binary for like some so this is the binary like to use activate and deactivate.
Yeah.
It's Python.
Yeah.
It has a lot of stuff. If you go like even on lib, it has plenty of stuff like some package. So you shouldn't commit that to Git.
Yes. Okay, so I guess that like the line that you said that shouldn't be there, that was the env, the vemp should be .vemp, right?
Yeah, I don't know why this have been committed. Like it's already removed here.
Okay, okay.
And maybe because Vamp, like at one time someone created some Vamp file and it was commit to the Git ignore. I don't know. Was my coworker who submitted it. Anyway, let's go back to this project. No, this one. Why is it on package management? I don't understand why every time you do that. And why does he render all the time? I'm probably feeling something at Quarto where it should render them once and then I shouldn't have like to render on view. Okay. Taking control of the system environments, everyone's recommending to use Docker right now. And we're gonna have a specific chapter on Dockers. So I'm not gonna move from here. I think the package from just spatial analysis are not true all the time, not anymore. This was why are you going back to, this was a mess a few years ago, but no, it's way more streamlined. Further reading. So does not like my markdown flag emoji. So I recommend. Damn, I get that. Okay. I want to go fast. So people recommend AirStat what they forget to teach you about. I found also like these chapters from like package installation interesting. It uses mostly pack, and you have instead of, for example, I use R2U to have the binary. POSIT is also providing binary for a lot of operating system. So this is something that you should use, and it explains why you need BSPM, like the binary package manager package that manage that. So I think it's a good read if you want to do that. It's also pack also have like the system requirements. So if you are like using some package that's for CentOS, it's gonna tell you like what's the you probably have libcurl on but OpenSSL not necessarily. So this is like the system requirements that are listed. So it's very helpful. Before, like if you did not have that in Ubuntu or CentOS, you kind of run into like the R cannot install the package, and it sends you a nice error telling you like you need to install libs XML that you installed it for your system, and then you can load the package. So pack is very nice. 100% recommend, but it's not. I mean, this is setting up something. This is not managing it. This is not. So far, this chapter does not introduce you how to manage your installation by code. Just telling you how to install stuff. I have plenty of open stuff like that. Go crazy. I don't know what you are doing. So I mentioned Nix, which is like it's a package manager system at the operating level. So Nix is it's work from the three big operating systems, let's say Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, and it's basically it's a declarative package manager, so you can basically declare what you want, and I think it's gonna fit soon. I mean, this kind of workflow, like GUIX and Nix, are the same ID, just implemented differently and targeting different communities. But the whole idea is like you, instead of managing your configuration, your dependency, you can write. I don't remember in Nix. I think it's Lua. It's a programming language. You write your Lua config on what you want to install, and then when you run the project, it's gonna run the install and cache it. And Rix is a package from R that allow you to write this scripts. I don't know if you provide an example. Yes. So basically, like this Rix command is gonna convert it into the Lua, or I don't know what language that Nix used. And then you're gonna install the R version, the package, other information like IDE code. I don't know what it is, probably VS Code, and other information like that. I have not explored them. I just want to mention them. Why Zoom? Are you crazy? Okay. And then you have GUIX, which has the same philosophy as Nix, but so far I think it's only available for Linux. And it's GUIX is in Scheme, which is instead of using Lua, it uses some Lisp-based language to document the ID. Maybe you can get a quick example. I don't know. Feature, sure. And it can also be installed as an operating system. So both are package management. Garbage collectors. Where do I find like an example of how this is managed? Well, you have one example like here. It's gonna be USIMAX. So it's very targeted. I mention it because I like it because it's French researchers that's building it. But so far, it's very oriented and targeting for research community, I feel. But maybe I still think this is promise. Both are very interesting and promising, but I don't think they are ready to be run in production. Okay. Please zoom. Zoom.
So with Nix, you have the
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how to frame my questions. You have
Basic.
packages for the operating system and also like for Python. So it manages like all packages like at the three levels. Well,
No.
not
It
at
could, yeah.
The system and the package layers.
okay.
But it's gonna build them by projects. I don't know if we can have an example. So yes,
You could also do globally too. You could like use it as a package manager for the whole system if you wanted.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, like you can have it for your whole system. This is what GUX does. You can like where's GUX? Did I install? You can have it like GUX. Where should I find it? No, this is the manual. Can I go to the? See, you can have it at multiple system, and you can have like basically like it can be like an operating system on top of the Unix Linux shell. So because Ubuntu is it's a layers on top, or Debian are layer on top of the of Linux, and you can have GUIX on top of Linux also. I don't know if Nix does that. I'm not enough knowledgeable. Could be wrong. And you can GUI can be used that all of this, and Nix I'm not sure. But basically you can use it at the project level where you can specify what you want. I
Okay.
think it's gonna be great, but I think so far you are still pain point to solve. So for common users, it's become easier. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Like for me, I think it's a rabbit hole that I'm not ready to spend my weekend on it. I would like to, but I have two kids and other rabbit hole to pursue. But it seems great. Not something you need to spend your time when you are moving your roommates. Also, let's go to. I mention it because like it's gonna be probably next year or 2 years. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We learned those three layers. We learned why it's important. We didn't try it, so I want to spend a few minutes doing that with you and try to automate that. And I think the discussion we had, like when it's important to control the system environment, I think it's basically when you want to move stuff from production in a correct, in more stronger version of it. And then I think Docker right now is the go-to, or Podman, because right now like people use Podman instead of Dockers, and Dockers, I mean, Podman emulate Dockers very well, so you don't care, you don't even see it. But yeah. So let's go into my crappy repo. So the structure of the repo basically is it's a Quarto stuff, so I can run it. I have set up what I think it's important the book does not mention is like I try to start working on the README. So for Python, I use UV. I install it very easily. Then you init inside of the repository. Do I have that? All of that? Yes, yeah, I have just done that before. So we can review how I failed and how no, I can go back to history. Sure. Well, it's not it just does my gitist. So this is where you install it from like their website. I tried the version it failed because I didn't source the UV command into my bash RC. So if you want to do that after having installed it, like it should work. If you want to, so here this is my terminal bash. If you install UV first, you need to allow bash to know where the binary is, or you need to call it like I don't know where is UV. You need to call it from the binary. Where's the binary? The full path of the binary. And then I used the init. That's basically Puppet created that project Helm. At first, it was empty. I didn't have the dependency. And then, and I think this is important to document that into the README. So if as you do, because like, sure, if you're gonna pass you expect everyone like to know exactly how it works. And then UV has this add requirement. I already have a requirement text that came from the book. And I added that, and it's added everything. And then you can sync. And then this is the part that I am a bit pissed. I don't know how to do that. Source, and then if you want to activate the Python environment, you source from the, and then see like I'm in the project, having the library loaded. So it's basically target like this function somewhere. I think this is not, for example, like I probably shouldn't need that one, I guess. I don't know what the activate binary is for me. Anyway, maybe it's this one, I don't know. And you deactivate, you don't need, so I was a bit pissed with that. So I tried to make a makefile. Diana knows that I'm a huge fan of makefile. Eh. But you can't really source inside of a makefile because you cannot modify your shell inside of a makefile. What source does is doing that, so it's bad. So I don't know, I can make a quick, basically like every time I open a project, I need to run that. And this is something that should be automated or should be shortcutted. And I use makefile for that. But if you have an idea, I'm taking it, but if not. So makefile is like specific, it's use make, it's new make. So I have make version on my software. And usually it's people use it to build multiple stuff and compile stuff. I use it more like for memory brain or stuff that I never forget, or putting like small function like that. And maybe what we should do is we have 3 minutes. I don't know if I will be able to do that. We should go here, go in RAM. Where is RAM? Here. Yeah, RAM init. Well, if you can guide me, I will type. So RAM, I hope I have it installed. Nope. Not even, see, I'm not using it much. And see here, it's basically apt that's gonna run. It's my package managers. It's not the same stuff that C. It's basically I've done an apt update, and now it's targeting the package. I don't know if you see, and it's gonna install it. It's fast. And mobile is my version of Ubuntu. And if you do that in your, you will see something very different. Yes.
For that one, Oliver, so you're gonna have UV and REM in the same project. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be a mess, no? But that's how it works, no? Because UV cannot manage our package or the.
Okay, so you're gonna manage the R packages with REM and the Python packages with UV.
Python is gonna manage my UV, which manage Env.
Okay.
I mean, UV is managing my Python version, and it's managing the Valve, which manage the virtual environment, which manage the package.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, Zoom. Come on, should have installed it before. Do you have 5 minutes? I mean, if you wanna go, it's fine, but like, wrong, finally. Maybe I can shortcut some text space. This die. Zoom is dying. I can't cut Zoom. I can probably cut Slack, especially in browsers. I don't know that I'm gonna kill it. Fetch it. So now I should type run in it. It says a lot of stuff. Project environment for R, super. Rav, a folder Rav is created. Where? Oh, he asked me if I want to proceed. Sure. Let's do it while I'm reading what you say. It created the famous log file. It modified my getting nurse. It modified my building nurse. It also modified the specific profile of the project. Wow, it installed a bunch of stuff. And I think he's using pack behind the scene because it looks like pack. Okay. Okay. So this for R. Form was used. Used run inits. Okay. So now I should what should I do? Can someone remember? I mean, I have the log file that's committed. It's look like some JSON. Yes, it's look like some JSON.
RN restore.
Oh, it tell me I should activate it. Please restart your station. Sure, why not? Project loaded. The project is out of sync. Use RAM status for detail. Sure. So far, so good. It's talking to me in very nice way, no? The following package are used in this project but are not installed. So I should ask them. How do I then hide them? Rumb. Does someone remember? Should I go? Snapshot? No, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Give a snapshot, but if you do status, it'll give you like a little bit of like what to do based on whether they're
This
installed.
is what I have done. Okay, let's use snapshot then and see what happens. Oops. First, what I would like to do also, what did it do? So I update my Makefile, I update my RIMB. The project term have been connected. So it create this rump, but rump right now, it's still I would like to be in ignore, no? I don't think you want to commit all of that.
I think the init
I
should
don't.
have changed your git ignore to ignore that, but
Yeah, it
seems not
should,
to
but
have.
yeah. So I'm gonna add it. So run. Is save it. Can I move you, Drew? It's not here anymore. That's good. So now I need a snapshot. Snap. Why is it snapshots? Snap. Why can't you? Oh, here. The following required package are not installed. Okay, okay. Consider installing this package and before snapshotting to the log file. Sure, I want to install them if I don't have them. No, but it don't do it automatically. Oh. So I guess if I have not them installed, if I restore it, it should install them, no? What's the, yeah, restore. The following required system package are not installed. Oh, I don't have this version of curl and I don't have pandoc. Sure. Oh, I need to do it by myself. Okay. Great. And what does it install? Pandoc and OpenSSL and dev. Okay. So far, so good, no? Very easy to use. The library is already synchronized to the log file. Perfect. And if I go to, if I do lib pass, I think I have now totally different lib pass. Where I have like Ramp create something for me, and it creates something at my user level. So it caches some library here, and then that means like if I have multiple projects, if they are in my cache, they will target the cache, which is good. So like to answer like Diana, your question previously, where you asked like, does it duplicate everything? I think it does not, because it's basically like create a cache where it's gonna download project and it's gonna target that cache.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my question, like, you duplicate everything when you create your own lib path, like when you make a different lib path every time for different
No,
projects.
it does
Isn't
not
that some-
duplicate. I mean, I could add, for example, like my
But yeah, with that, like, no, it doesn't duplicate. Yeah. And okay, Can you
See?
share the GitHub repo for
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm still exploring, so, but see, like, this is my common leak path, and when I'm in that project now, it's overwrite and I think this is in the R profile somewhere here.
Okay.
See, it's it provides us, no, this is just source activate. So I don't know where is stored that information now,
Okay.
but it does that somewhere.
Okay.
This is no magic. This is whited somewhere. But yeah, I can share the repo. Later today, maybe tonight, I will complement that. So we run activated. When we run restart R, this is what we have done. And then here we run status to check. After that, we run into an issue like missing system library. But it provides nice message. And he was smart enough, nice. He was smart enough to know my operating system because it suggests to use apt, if I remember correctly. And then, well, nice message, missing library, and then restore install them. No? I'm gonna improve that later. Install the package level. Okay. And we have seen also like the profile. So when I run R, it's gonna activate that file, which is not the case of Proton. When I assume like if we stress the process of me running R inside of that project, it's gonna run my R environment file, then probably the R profile. I don't know in which orders. And then it's gonna activate that script, which is in RAM here. So it's check the version. I don't know. It test a SHA. It's get a sysget environment. You have a run project store somewhere. I mean, we shouldn't get, but like it's get where's the working repository. It do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it do a bunch of stuff. Anyway, so it's run that. But like, so it's basically activate, which is not the case of Python. Python, you still need to activate them. And I don't like that. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe I missed it, but with UV, does UV not sort of like bootstrap itself? Does it not have this equivalent of activating the virtual environment?
I mean,
saw
we
you
can
doing
check
but
it.
yeah.
We can check it, no? How can we check that? Can we destroy something? And here and see if it let's see. I want to modify something that's easy, so I can modify it and then check here if it bootstrap itself. Let's try to modify it scikit-learn. Let's see if it's that big to modify it. Scikit-learn version. Let's see. Okay. Let's close VS Code. But again, this is the project. So it's modified. Sure, I'm in Bash now. UV, let's go my README because I'm stupid. I had the requirements, so I don't need to add them. What's the frame? I don't know. What's the?
I see a UV sync command. Oh, you got it right there.
I said that, but yeah, let's try that. UV sync. Let's see what it does. So it reads the log file. And scikit-learn is not correct, but it does not do it by itself. I need to. Oh, and then we get into an error because obviously it's not. It's too old for Python 3.12. But it does. I mean, I'm gonna change my my mess. I'm gonna just. Oh no!
What
I
what
didn't
you did
commit my
was,
change.
sorry, what you did was changing the version of scikit-learn in
Yeah,
the log, right?
yeah. This was terrible, but you know,
Okay. Yeah.
uh, this is a good way to test stuff, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you remove it completely, like
Sure.
will, eh, will you be know that you are using scikit-learn somewhere and tell you, oh, like
Probably.
this package, like ARF told you, like RM told you? I don't think
I
it
don't
will.
think so.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
What does it do now if I remove it? Oh, it
No.
install package.
So
Probably thread pull control and joblet were dependency of scikit-learns.
okay. And if you activate UV,
I don't activate UV, I activate venv.
uh,
Source
yeah, like the
uh,
source, yeah,
venv bin activate. Works.
okay, it
But
doesn't.
if I do quarter preview, let's see if it's work. I don't know. I don't think I use scikit-learn right now in the quarter. Or model maybe. No, because I think I have just done the R version of it.
Okay,
But see, the project is of things. I don't have the penguin data.
I started with the quarto file that he shared, and I couldn't run the cell in Visual Studio Code. Like it kept saying, it kept giving me an error when it said no module name PKG resources when it will try to import the Palmer penguins.
Do you want to share the screen or
Yeah,
we can solve it start to being late. I have a bunch of
yeah,
stuff to debug, but so far it does not seem it's installed the package now. So I need to install them
yeah,
by hand.
yes,
So I think this link also like and to close it because it start to be late.
yeah,
This is still a cost to set up the project, no?
it is.
And I think the minimum of solving that cost is writing this kind of stuff in the README and do that for like see for example like my useful command was useful. So this is something that we should do, and I'm gonna share like the link into Slack after and try to reference everything.
Okay.
Do you have question or remark? Can I end the?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna try to be ambitious if I can find time and see if I can do this with Nix or Devbox because I think they also have what do you call it, shell hooks. So you might be able to capture that stuff as you like drop into a project.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
you're muted, Olivier.
Yeah. If you manage to do it, that's great. I think like the goal is like I mean sure we can review the book, but I think like this chapter was very easy. So it's better like trying to debug stuff and making works. So I will try to do that on my side and commit to the repo. I will just commit right now, even if it's a mess, so I don't forget it. Even if it's a mess, you will manage it. So GST.
I'm still wondering what the equivalent in UV is of like activating the project, or if it's just like I see there's UV run, which runs a script, presumably like in that environment. I'm just kind of looking for the equivalent, and maybe there is none. I don't know. I'm not a Python person. You're muted again, Olivier.
You're muted. You're muted, Olivier. Oh, I don't think he can hear us. You're muted. You're muted, Olivier.
Oh, yes, because I pressed the, yeah, you had question. So maybe like it should be some shell script that you have like UV check that's run the various steps you need to run when you open a project. I don't know, UV check does not exist. I just invented it, but something, and this is why, I have my make file. That's do like some command that I don't need to think about. And I had thinking about. And then it will be very much like environment as code. Because if you are like, need to be like, so I think like the ROM is very good, like this R profile stuff. Because like it's running it at the beginning and you don't need to think about. And this is, I think, useful. So I would like to have similar workflow with UV where I can capture that somewhere, where I can, I don't need to think about it. I mean, I need to think about it, but I don't need to think about it every time. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes,
but
no,
this
it's
is what I do. But yeah, sure. Like if you want to try, can someone type chat, please? Where are you, chat? Here. Oh, it's open here. Hand.